Good morning and welcome to this new August webinar. On today's webinar, I'm going to show you how to make a two-tone wedding band with the stones in the middle. And this is a video that we already did on MatrixGold 2 years ago, and the video that we made wasn't parametric. I will show you today how to make it totally parametric. So first, we will start with the ring rail. So we have the ring rail ready. And now what I will do next is use the profile placer. So I select these tools and profile placer. Alright, from the profile picker I can pick any profile that I want. I think that this one will be okay. And now we just set up what measurements do we want. So 5 by 2, it's okay. So this will be the shape for this wedding band. I activate the auto sweep, so inside the same tool I already have the ring done. So you can see now we have a nice wedding band. Just to let you know, you can always have all the metal weights from this. You can go to view and we have the metal weights. So now here we have the metal weights. So if I select this and calculate, you have the weight just here. Okay, so is on the metal that we have selected, that is the 14K, is 5.22 grams. If I just unselect it, I have the weights for all the different alloys. Okay, so you can choose to have just the metal that you have as a default or the weight for all the metal. So now you have the weight for this ring, what is very, very convenient. Okay, next step. Now I want just to make, a line through all this ring. That is where I'm gonna set all the stones. So what I will do is, again, I will select the ring rail, and on that ring rail I will use again the profile placer. So I go to profile placer. I will use a profile that I already have here, that is rectangle. Select, and now I want to set the stones 1.3 millimeters. So I want a width of 1.5. We'll make it a bit higher, and I will just move it like this. Okay, and what I will do now is another one here, the same dimensions, but I will move it not like the one that we have at the top here, because now from the top view we will add another one here, and this one, let me go to the four views. So if this one is on the right hand, I want this on the left. I will move it just here. Okay, and I will do exactly the same on the other side. And I will also move it the same that I did with the last one. Okay. Something important that I forget to do is just to avoid any problem with the booleans. I will just move them a bit lower, like this, and I will do the same to all the profiles. This, Okay, I will do the same to this one. Okay, the same to this one. Okay, next step is the sweep one. So I select this green rail. I can use the sweep one, or what I could also do, so I can just click the middle mouse button and I click sweep one and I select all the profiles, this one, and this one, enter, and I just say that I want to close it, so I already have the profile. Or what we can also do, edit and do activate auto sweep, and in just one click I get auto sweep. Okay, what we need to do now? Now I will start to play with the solid, the boolean. So select first surface, this is the first surface, and select the second surface. And now I have the boolean tool opening here, and I would say that I want a boolean difference. Okay, so this is what I get. Enter. This is perfect. So now I already have the two parts, but here in the middle is where I want to place the stone. So I'm missing this piece of metal. How I'm gonna add the piece of metal here? I will go where I have these two parts that I've been using to do the boolean hide it. I will show them. So I can go here and click on show, and go here and click on show. So again, I have both of them. So now what I will do is just, again, make a boolean between this part and the polysurface. Enter. And now instead saying a difference, what I want is an intersection. And there we go. Now if I go to the render mode, I can apply another metal here. Let me go to the render to apply another material. I will add on this one rose gold. Okay, so now I have this ring. If I ungroup these two parts, I will have the two parts, and I have this middle part. So now that we have this, the cool thing is that I have the total control. What do I mean with that? Is that, let me go back to the plastic. If I select ring rail and instead a 7, I want a 10 and a half, everything recalculates very, very easily. Okay, so I can change any size. If I want 5, again. And what I can also do is just go to the first profile placer that I have been using, edit, and now maybe I want not this profile, maybe I want this profile. Select, enter, and again I change the profile, and I still have this nice ring that I again can change it to any finger size. What happens if I use another profile? I will use now this one. Let's see what happens. Just keep in mind that sometimes if the profile is higher, maybe the result won't be the one that we want, but look at this. Still, we're getting this shape that is amazing. Okay, So you just need to print the 3 different parts, put them together, and you will have a very nice ring. And as I said, you can change the size at any time. Okay, let's get back to the profile that we had at the very beginning. That was actually this one. Because now what I want to do is to add stones. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is apply stones to all this area. To do that, what we will be using is not this surface, we will be using this surface, and this is the little trick, okay? So I will say on this, let me show it, on this surface, go to the, on this surface, I want to extract the isocurve. So here, I will put it in the 0.5. So now we know that this is just in the middle. Alright, so now we have this. And now what I will do is just on this isocurve, I will apply gems. Gems on curve. Okay. And I will say that I want them from the 0 to the 1. So we will have gems all around. Okay. Target object will be not this one, the booleans. So the stones are following, the shape of the ring. And now what I will also do is just bring the stones, the placement lower. Okay. If you see that there is some stones that appear a bit higher, we have a very easy way to control this, and it's just moving the profile. So I just go to this profile, edit, and I just move it a bit under. And there we go. So everything looks nice. Okay, now we have the stones. Let me again hide this one. Click on hide. Perfect. What I will do next is select the stones. I can select them from here, clicking on the right button on your mouse. And I will use the cutter because I want, to have a nice channel cutter here. So these are the stones. We want this a bit higher to avoid any problem. And it's just stones, one placement with 1 millimeter. Let me go to wireframe. So I just want this a bit. Okay. Alright, so now I believe that I have almost everything. So we have the channel cutter. So what I will do is to this part, I will use, so first I will select solid, boolean, and to this part, I will take out the cutter. I will do boolean difference. And look what are we getting. And now I will do the same to this part. Because as you know, we still have the channel cutter here. So if I go and do show, I show the channel cutter. And now what I can do is say, okay, again, I will use the boolean, dynamic boolean, and to this original part, I will remove this part. Boolean difference. And look at this. It's perfect. What I'm missing here, we need to hold these stones. This is why I'm gonna use next on these gems, the settings, the prong placer. I want them a bit more thicker, so now at 0.5 I will go to 0.6. Enter. Okay. This was just what I was looking for. You know, I don't like this area, and this is one of the good things about MatrixGold, that you are able to make any modification at any time. First, when I have a look to this, I want this profile or the toe width of this ring a bit wider. So I want this, if it's now 5 millimeters, I can go to edit, and now I will say I want it 5.5. Enter, and done. In just one click, everything recalculates because it's parametric. Something else, I think that I have the gap between the stones and the border is too much, so I want a bit less. The only thing that I need to do is just go to the channel cutter, edit, and instead 1 millimeter with the star I will say 1. Enter, and look now. Very easy, I can make any change. Okay. What happens now if the customer comes in and says, you know, I feel like this ring is too tight? The only thing that I need to do is just go to the edit the finger size, and instead of 7, I will go to 8. Enter. And now we have a finger size 8. So I recalculated everything. I have the stones. Everything is recalculated. So no problems at all. So I hope you like it. As you can see, you have many possibilities with all the stack that you have here. You can make as many changes as you want. Now it's time for you to practice. Let us know if there is any part that you don't know how to make it. Contact us at any time and we will be more than happy to help you. Enjoy it.